Leos, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot and this is your reading for the month ahead. As always, if anything I say resonates or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's get on with your reading. What's happening for the beautiful Leos this week? Okay, that was interesting. I'm not going to take those. I'm not going to take those. They didn't fly out right. I don't like how they fell. What's happening for the beautiful Leos this month? Okay, firstly, Page of Swords. That's better. That just felt right. Page of Swords. I'll get your cards out first and then talk you through them. Then you have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh. Then you have the Ten of Wands. Then you have the Two of Wands. Okay, so I'll talk you through these cards first and then clarify and get even more out of them. But firstly, Page of Swords is like a happy little messenger. And it's also kind of like a nervous energy. So there's someone that could be coming to you with a message this week. And it could, this person's a little bit like unsure of how you're going to take it. But it's a good thing. It's a good news coming in. But there's something significant about the way this message is delivered that is going to make you laugh. Or it's just showing up for some reason that this person is either like, so interesting, what is this about? Like someone knows something you don't know. It could be around love. It could also just be around like gossip and things like that. But for some reason, I feel like you're going to be more interested in how this is delivered to you than the actual message itself. That could also mean like you're getting a letter from someone and it's going to be in a very nice envelope, or that could be an analogy or a metaphor for something else of like you're going to receive something in a very nice package but it's not necessarily of substance or something, because you're more interested in the way it's delivered or how it looks or something. It's more excited than something else. Either way, it's something positive, don't get me wrong. It's just maybe lacking depth. I don't know. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is very nice when it comes to your material abundance. I feel like you may get this a lot. This card might come out for you a lot, Leo. I don't remember, but I just feel like it's very you right now. You're very in this energy, whether or not it looks like it in your 3D world right now. In April, it's going to look a lot more like how you're feeling. I don't know why. I feel like your outsides are going to catch up with your insides. It's a weird thing to say, but it just feels like you could be living and feeling in this very rich energy, in this very abundant mindset, and you're not seeing things around you add up to that. But in April you're going to start seeing things and receiving things, or having income increasing, or you're going to be sitting pretty, basically, if you're not already. If you already are, you're just going to be more and more aware of how lucky and wealthy you are. Ten of Wands, moving on. Some of you could be moving soon. Others of you have a lot of responsibility or pressure on your shoulders that you're going to be letting go of. There's like this release, and it may not start nice. It may start out of like you kind of crumbling under pressure. But the good thing is about that, when you crumble under the pressure, it's almost like you're then going, well, I can't keep all this up. It's like this breaking point happening where you're like, there's too much going on. I'm trying to do too much at once. Alright, well, what if I just figure out what I can take on from now on and lessen my load? Like, there's something happening where you are going to drop all that you're carrying and then be able to pick up what you actually need and let go of what you don't need. Two of Wands, you have a decision to make. I don't know, I always get that song with this card of like, should I stay or should I go now? Like there's, what do you want to do? Do you want to stay where you are? Do you want to move? Or if this is about moving, do you want to go to point A or point B? Like there's just a lot of decisions. It feels like a huge energy though of gratitude around this reading. Like you're going to be feeling, you're going to be like so happy that you get a choice. Because a lot of people don't have a choice, they're just stuck where they are. And you're going to be given a choice between two. or an option. And maybe in the past also you didn't get an option. It was just like you had to move wherever you could afford to go. And this is going to be a very different, I don't know why I'm feeling a similar situation. You could be moving somewhere you used to live or something, but it's like around that energy of you could be going back to somewhere, but you're grateful because you're in a complete different place financially or even just internally, where you're aware of everything you have going for you or everything that's working in your favor. You're in a much different place than you used to be. Clarify the Page of Swords. You have the Lover's card. And the Knight of Wands. I think I did say with the Page of Swords there could be a message around love coming in. Like you're receiving a letter from your partner or something. And it's funny to you. Like it's like, why are you writing me a letter? But it's also positive. Knight of Wands and the Lovers. Knight of Wands is also very passionate energy. There's a lot more passion between you and someone than there has been recently. If you're single, there's someone coming in. And the thing is, with the Page of Swords, like it's very nervous butterflies energy. So this makes a lot of sense. If you're single, you're feeling the butterflies, someone else is feeling the butterflies. But then there's also this mixture of passion and excitement at the same time, where you're like willing to overcome the butterflies and nervousness in order with the Lovers. There's a very exciting, like happy, solid relationship coming in for you if you're single. And those of you in a relationship, there's just more excitement. It's like a refresh, and maybe bringing the butterflies back, maybe bringing back the excitement of remembering what it was like when you first met. You could be going back to where you first met someone and recreating it. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles. That's a lot of cards. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles. So many cards coming out at once. The World card and the Death card. You've got loads of majors too. Big things are happening in April. The World card is completion. I really feel like you've completed a cycle of ever feeling lack again. You are aware of what you have and you're focusing on what you do have in order to create more of it. Like your very abundance mindset. I feel like there's a huge shift that's happened. Death, like rebirth, rising from the ashes. You're the one in control of your life, and I just feel as if there's this brand new era. This brand new phase of your life that is beginning now, because you're closing out a cycle of not having enough. You suddenly are in this energy of having more than enough, or at least paying attention to what you have a lot of. Like I said, it feels almost like the law of attraction or manifestation, and then you're like, because you're paying attention to all that you do have, you're then creating more and more of it. Clarify the Ten of Wands. Just so many cards coming out. I can't take all those cards. Clarifying Ten of Wands, you have the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Wands. I love that, because Ten of Wands, like I said, if you're having too much that you're carrying, and then you're going to have no choice but to drop it. With the Eight of Cups being letting go and walking away. A lot of you might be letting go of relationships or certain friendships, or just distancing yourself from certain people in order to remember and remind yourself what's important. You're pulling back from certain connections that aren't in alignment with who you want to be. Because if you become who you spend the most time around, I feel like you're definitely aware of that, and you're not wanting to spend time around people who aren't people you would want to become or be like. With the Nine of Wands is also like this energy of like protecting yourself, and that's a good thing. You're walking away from, maybe also you're walking away from a version of yourself that would do anything and drop everything at the drop of a hat to help others, into this energy of being more protective of yourself and your time and your energy, because you don't want to end up in that place again of putting everyone else's needs before your own. Clarify the Two of Wands. You have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is conflict or argument, but the thing is, felt really good when that came out. I was like, oh, 5 of Wands. There's some type of argument or conflict that's going to be very good. With the 2 of Wands, I feel like there could be a choice about how you go about it though. And that might be the very important thing, is you might have something you need to get off your chest. There's just a lot of humour around this whole reading that I haven't really communicated, that it's there. As soon as the Page of Swords came out, there's something funny, and now it's ending on this 5 of Wands, which feels very funny. Like, there could be an argument you have, but you're aware that you're like, look, I need to say this to you, but I don't want us to take it to a too serious level. So can we do it upside down, or can we do this whilst, I don't know, like, there's something silly where you're like, okay, we're gonna hop up and down on one foot whilst we talk this out, so that the energy doesn't get too heavy and we can just air our thoughts whilst remembering that life's not so serious. Like, so you're hopping up and down and you're like, I'm really not happy with the way that blah, 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 blah. Like, and then this person's like, well, I'm not really happy with the way that's made you feel either. I feel like there's something really silly about the way you're communicating with someone, and the way you're choosing to go about it is changing everything. The way you're choosing to argue or like disagree with someone is changing the whole dynamic and keeping things lighthearted, and I really like it. Like, I feel like that's a huge theme for you in April overall, is you're choosing to do things in sillier ways, or choosing to do things and take control over, if you have to do things that are hard, like argue or whatever it may be, you're realizing that you can find a way to do it by thinking outside of the box that will solve the problem. It's just gonna be very different to what you usually do. I'm going to wrap your reading up here. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Total Tarot Tuesdays.